This is our $300 Nissan 300ZX, and this is a fully built Nissan SR20 that should be good for about 600 horsepower. While we have a lot of big ticket items done to this build, we still have a ton of smaller things to button up before this thing fires up. We've got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it.
So we're getting ready to plumb our Mishimoto radiator to our MazWorks -16 adapted fittings to the block. So we've already welded on our -16 bungs to the radiator, and now we have to connect the dots. And these are some short runs. This is gonna be nice.
And they tuck right up under the intake?
Yeah.
You can avoid the time, expense, and hassle of getting a car key replaced at the dealership. Thanks to today's sponsor, Car Keys Express, we can skip the dealership altogether and actually get car keys replaced without leaving our home. You guys know I just picked up the 2015 Mustang GT, and the key that came with the car was absolutely destroyed, and it only had one, and the dealership wanted about $500 to replace it. Now there's Car Keys Express, we can skip the insane dealership prices and get my key situation resolved. Their Snap Key service actually allows you to replace car keys with your phone. It is so easy, literally anyone can do it. It's guaranteed to work and can save you up to 75% off dealership prices. Just select your vehicle's year, make, model, take a picture of your key, and provide proof of ownership. It works on all key types, including standard keys, remote keys, and even smart keys. They'll ship you a brand new key that's already cut along with a DIY installer to quickly and easily make it work with your car. Did you lose your last key or prefer to have someone make one for you? Car Keys Express technicians cut thousands of keys in neighborhoods across the United States. Just schedule an appointment and have a fully trained expert cut and pair a set of keys for you. So if you need a new car key, be sure to check out Car Keys Express. Use our link in the description down below to get an extra 10% off. That's cke.co/throttle. And thank you to Car Keys Express for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the 300ZX.
One thing we haven't done is paint the undercarriage of the 300ZX, and I think it is time to get it done because we already started putting a lot of stuff in there and we keep forgetting to get it done. So me and Quinn are gonna be removing some stuff, taping some stuff, and making it look nice for you guys.
We took the front bumper off. We're actually going to be painting the inside of the bumper black, so I'm going to start masking all of the blue off, and we've got a little bit of fab work to do on the front core here. So this is going to get cut and then cleaned up, right?
Yes, sir. I'm going to do that right now.
All right, and then once this is all nice and clean, then we'll paint the underside of all this black. We are making excellent progress on the SR20 and our 300ZX. We've got a Garrett GVW45 wastegate to go on. We got a Haltech boost controller to wire up and mount, and we have some fluid reservoirs from Chase Bays. Let's get started. This is our coolant overflow tank, and this is our catch can, both from Chase Bays. I'm gonna mount them right next to each other, and we're gonna tuck them right back here. Our coolant reservoir is mounted and our catch can is right there next to it. Really nice spot for it. Now, the power steering is actually on this side of the engine over here, so I don't want to mount it over here and run a long line across. So I think we're actually going to mount it right here next to the clutch. Perfect. Our Chase Bay reservoirs are fully installed. Now we're gonna move into the Garrett wastegate. Let's get this thing unboxed.
Next for our 300ZX, we are going to be installing the sound system. As you can see in front of me, I have a bunch of PRV audio equipment. In the middle, we have an amplifier, which is going to be a 1200 watts by 4 channels. And that's what we have here. We have a pair of slim Bullet Series speakers
And then on this side, the same thing, but this is like the normal size. We also have a couple of tweeters for the doors and for the back panels. This car actually comes with a single din, and this double kit will make everything look flawless and beautiful. And to power everything out, we have our double din Pioneer stereo system, which we use in a lot of our vehicles. So let's get to it and install this thing in this bad boy. We have the speakers mounted, and I know it's not straight, I know, but there's a piece of metal here and the terminals are on top and they was gonna hit it, and I wanted to make sure, so I'm shifted them just a little bit. We have the wires for the tweeters on top. Same thing on the passenger door, everything is done. Next up is gonna be this PRV Audio 1200.4, which is a 4-channel amp, and we are probably gonna mount it underneath, so it'll be nice and hidden, but it's gonna be really cool. I'll make a quick mount for it, put it right there, wire it up, and should be good to go. Okay, so the amp fits down here without touching the panels. So I'm gonna take the panel off now that I know that it clears the amplifier, and I can begin doing my wiring. As you guys can see, when I took the cover off, there's supposed to be a metal bracket that holds the speakers in, and there's not there, so we're missing those. And instead of us hitting the internet and trying to find something, I'm just gonna whip something real quick. I have my 30-second template cut. I'm gonna put it right here, and as you can see, the main goal was to make this edge look as good as possible, and it does, because I'm that good. Other than that, I don't think the speaker's gonna fit right here, so we're gonna cut this, which I already marked with a paint pen. We'll make that cut. We have to make a duplicate of this for the other side, but we're just gonna reverse it. They are done, baby. Look pretty good, man. Not bad, right? Alright, making finish upholstery, putting suede on our beautiful cover. And the speakers are gonna go in now. I have one tweeter ready to go in, and this one's gonna be bridged with the actual speaker itself. Next time we're gonna be installing this breaker so I can cut the power whenever I need to. All right, finally have everything connected. Nothing is finalized because we still got a lot of interior parts to go in, but let's at least do some testing on it. And mind you, I connected the batteries just so this can work. Nothing on the engine is getting power right now. And we have, at least that was working. So see, I'm not too bad, I know what I'm doing. The amp is on, you see that, the blue light? Which is good. Now, come on. Now give me a second till I connect my phone to it. Whoa, whoa.
One thing PRV does well is highs, man. Holy crap.
Sounds so good.
And for not having a sub, the mids actually don't sound too bad. And this is just one track, so
it's just one track.
I'm sure it's gonna get better too. That's
Sounds
plenty
so
of audio for this car. Like seriously,
really
I would love to add a sub, but I think that's, for this particular build, it's too much. I think this is perfect. Cruise the car, decent sounds, tons of highs.
Yeah, tons of highs, yeah. You can take the T-tops off and still be able to hear the music crystal clear. Yeah.
Over our loud exhaust and everything else. I just wanted to have some tunes in here. This is perfect.
So I've got the drive shaft of the 300ZX completely pulled apart, and I painted the two half shafts and they look beautiful, but this is why I pulled it apart. This is our center support bearing, and it's not supporting anything anymore because it was completely destroyed. Luckily, we picked up a brand new one from Rally Auto Parts, and it's gonna work just fine. So we're gonna put this together, and then we'll be able to get it back in the car. drive shaft is done. It looks great. Now we're gonna move into the shifter, and the only thing we're gonna be using from the car originally is this little carrier bracket for the shifter. So we have a MazWorks short shift kit, and we have a set of OEMs. This is like the upper mount. This actually bolts on top of the trans tunnel. And we didn't know this piece existed because this thing was like so hack put together. It was just, I don't even know. They had like a piece of cloth strap like holding the back end of this up, which is not good. So we're gonna clean this up, get our MazWorks short shifter on, and then hopefully put all this beautifulness into the car. The shifter and the drive shaft are ready to go back in the car. Of course, I've got brand new hardware because the hardware that actually came in this car, it was missing like half of it for all this stuff. So let's get it in the car. Drive shaft and shifter are fully reinstalled. Now the next thing we're gonna do is put diff oil in the diff and transmission fluid in the transmission, so when you light this thing off and it actually runs, we don't spin them dry. Let's do it. Transmission's filled, diff is filled.
All right, check this out. Look at that mess. That goes in the engine bay into the firewall, and it controls headlights, taillights, brights, blah, 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 horn, all that crazy stuff, right? So instead of trying to condense this whole thing in there, because now we have an ECU, so we don't need everything that's in here. Check this out. I went to throtl.com and I ordered this. A painless performance product harness kit for this thing. This is a universal warning kit for it. Look at this beautiful thing. So it comes with all this beautiful stuff. Look at this harness, this is sick. Nah, I know it looks like a lot, but it's not. Most of this is gonna get cut off.
Don't be scared.
Oh, I'm not. Most
No,
of
I know
these-
you're not.
Yeah.
I'm saying to them, don't be scared. What's awesome is every wire is labeled for what it's for.
Tells you where it's going. A lot of it's gonna disappear and it's gonna make everything really, really nice. So let's get to work and let's open this thing up. All right, I think it is time for us to marry. Is it marry? Marry? Conjoin? Put together the new harness with the old crappy 300ZX body. Are you ready, bro?
Yeah, let's do it. This looks like a mess.
It's a control mess.
It's a controlled mess.
It's a control mess.
That looks good though.
So
is this a fuse box?
that's the fuse box. Yep. Bam.
Relays.
Just simple. We're probably gonna use half the fuses since we took the whole harness out. Enough talking, bro. Let's somehow put this thing in here. All right, so I made some progress. I have the fuse box mounted and I have most of the wires ran already. So this fuse box is being used from the firewall forward. From there forward, since we removed the entire OEM harness, we ended up doing ours so it can be cleaner. From here on back, we're still using the OEM one. There's the aftermarket fuse box. It's all bolted in, plugged in. It's getting ignition, ACC, key on 2. It's getting everything it needs.
All right, listen up. We are very close to starting ISR 20. I need to finish putting this together, which is our throttle position sensor. I've done all of the wiring. As far as I know, it's complete and ready to go. So we're on the path to first start. Let's do it. That's the noise it makes.
One
It's
job.
fine. It's fine. I'll leave it for now.
No,
Leave it for now.
Everyone thought Quinn was perfect.
That is not true at all.
He isn't.
I don't know.
That's
I
not
heard
true
the hashtag Queen Perfect around. I've heard it.
Quinn quality strikes again.
I heard Queen Perfect, but not today.
Not today, because you know why? He mounted that incorrectly.
Everything that could be upside down or backwards, it is. Everything.
it's totally
This should
wrong.
be over here. This should be over here. And when you flip this, the harness is gonna be up, which is definitely gonna hit the hood. So then he's got to flip that around because the cable mounts over here. But
What? Where do you just blindly mount it?
hashtag Queen not perfect.
What
today.
happened?
I don't know what happened.
So he's gonna take it off now and he's gonna make it right.
Yeah.
All right, we're back on. She's orientated right. Correct.
356, boy!
6 minutes. So I said 12 minutes. Ricky
what?
said 30 minutes. I did say it'll probably be half the time that I guessed. This guy.
You're right. I believe in you the whole
What'd
time.
you do the whole time?
I was watching him, making sure he wasn't cheating. Boom.
Ta-da! All right, let's bust out the ECU. All right, Ricky, there's one more thing I want to do before we put the ECU in.
Which is?
We're gonna put 5 gallons of fuel in.
Oh,
In case we plug
yeah.
this in and the fuel pumps run, I don't want them to die.
Okay,
We're running
okay,
dry.
okay,
So
okay.
let's throw a 5er in the car real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll open this bad boy up and get her in the car.
That's it.
Yeah, let's go.
Off the tank. Insert it. Alright, so next step, are we gonna plug that in?
Yeah, I was gonna plug it in.
Plug that in,
see what
give
happens.
power, and then key on.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright.
Just open it up, throw it in, and see what happens. Probably plug it into the laptop and see if it's waking up. It's brand new.
Still
Brand new.
Ready?
Yep.
I'll take Elite 1500. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get it out. This boost controller? Internal?
That's actually a built-in map sensor.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, we have a Haltech one, so we're not going to use that. But
You have a
it's cool
Haltech
stuff.
one, even though the Haltech has one?
Yeah,
Sick. Okay, makes sense.
you can use 2 if you want.
So you're saying
I'm saying plug it in, and we're going to key on.
Which are
and
these
see
two?
See if lights come
these
on.
two connectors, right?
Yes.
Bam. Look at that click. Bam. Nothing on the vacuum, right?
Nope.
And then here. We got power?
I just hit the breaker.
Well, yeah, let me hold the camera.
Here's the key.
So I want to see the dash.
Okay. If I wired it right, it'll work.
Well, let's say that.
Well, if you and I wired it right.
yeah,
it's
I
gonna
know,
work.
because we both have to do with it. Well, I
Oh,
hear the pumps.
Pumps are going. We got a light
That's
on
a
the
good sign.
ECU.
Yeah.
Hey!
Come on, come on, come on.
It's got backlights on already.
Hey! Let's go,
Let's go.
baby.
All right. Awesome. Ooh, wait.
What?
Should we try and spin it?
The car?
Yeah.
You think it will? Without
Spin the engine? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me get in the front then. You ready? Yeah. Yay! That's awesome.
That is going to be it for today's episode, guys. We are so freaking close to getting this SR20 completely fired up. We've got every little tiny system almost fully buttoned up, but we have everything we need to actually fire this car up. Tuned by Sean Christensen is actually working on a base map as we speak right now so we can fire this car up. We've got all the right voltages, we've got all the right pressures, all the sensors are reading correctly, the Haltech is powering up, the ECU is powering up, the IC7 is powering up. We are so freaking ready for this thing to go. And of course, the entire car is kind of shaping up. We have a few critical pieces on the interior done. We've got a couple of things missing, of course, but we're almost there, guys, and the audio system sounds so good. But that is all the time we have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of our 300ZX now that it is nearing completion. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Throttle channel. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.